What is up, YouTube? This is your girl Killer Rose. Right now I'm at the gym again. Yesterday was a light workout for me. Didn't go as hard as I would want to, and that was pretty sad. Definitely had a hard day yesterday. Today was okay. I guess a lot of people were really nice today, which is pretty weird. Um, Not really, but just one of those things that some people got to do for the first time, which is being nice at work. Sometimes I do have conversation with people, but not as much as I would like to. But just a friendly gesture, just someone just decided just to pass me a bunch of boxes. It's just for the Packers, I guess. You just gotta pass boxes, like a stack, not just one box, but just a stack of boxes for Packers. And that was it. And I just, she gave me a full stack, and I was able to put it on my car. And I was like, yes, thank you. That's so sweet. That's like the first time anyone did that since ever. So you're the first one who actually got to do that and pass me a stack of boxes, which is very nice. No one does that. Like, no one really helps you doing the extra criteria, basically, just for you to do your job, basically. And that was pretty nice. I felt so happy afterwards. And yes, it is important, because it was just something that I felt like that made me happy, and I was able to do that. I was able to pass it along, because I'm like, someone was there waiting for me to get done, and I decided, well, since someone gave me a stack of boxes, I'm just gonna do the same, because I did the same with her. She was waiting for a stack of boxes. I gave it her, and then someone was waiting right behind me. I was like, you get a stack of box, and you get a stack of box, and then I was able to just get out of there as soon as I can, which was pretty neat. No one has been that nice to me. I mean, of course, I do have a few friends there, but not like someone that I don't really talk to, Usually, if you work at a warehouse, sometimes they have rude people, sometimes they have miserable people. And I'm talking about the ones that have dead eyes, that look like they haven't slept in days, or at least have lack of sleep. I would say about 3 hours, 4 hours max. And that includes every single day of their shift. Now, if you work at nights, that's probably different. And even though you haven't had a rest, at least for, I don't know, maybe you have a second job and I don't even know about that. So you're tired, you're ready to just work and get out of there and just have your day start over again until you're done for the rest of the shift, and you've got your weekend, which is Friday tomorrow. And I'm so happy that the weekend is finally here. I just can't wait. I just didn't realize how today was so fast, and yet it wasn't slow. I was able to get my headphones in, so I was able to listen to, like, not only just music, but also like YouTube stuff and other things. Today was a good, solid day. Nobody has pissed me off. No one has bothered me, not even the slightest. Well, some people did. Some people were in my way. So I almost didn't meet my expectations for today. If they have goals for you to set in place, and basically you have to meet that certain number just to keep your job. And I made it today which is pretty nice. So today was a good day. It didn't suck. So hopefully it's like that on a Friday. Hopefully, like, everyone is okay. I'm not asking everyone to be nice, but a little human decency, man. I mean, I have others that pretty much look at me like an invisible wall, and so it's like sometimes they cut me off, and they know that they cut me off, and then say excuse me or I'm sorry, because I usually say excuse me if I cut someone off, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you there, or I'm sorry, I'll be careful next time, something like that, you know. Give them a heads up and say, you know what, it's my bad, I was rushing and I shouldn't have made that mistake like I should, you know, that I shouldn't have done, so please forgive me. And not a whole sentence like that, but you know, you get the idea. You know, I say excuse me and try to, you know, make the light out of the situation. I'm like, man, my bad. It was totally my fault. Like, man, you know, just, you know, sometimes I just, you know, had to beat myself a little. Like, oh my god, you cut that person off. Like, are you serious? Like, you know, you just gotta look at your surroundings a little bit more and try to be careful next time. And so, of course, I don't beat myself like that all day, but it happens. And so right now I'm just speaking nonsense. Nothing crazy today happened, nothing that set me off or pissed me off, like normal days do. But right now I feel really happy. I feel really happy that I got to make more videos today. I mean, of course, I only made 2 so far, which is the first one on Minecraft. I gotta say, you guys, I'm just so sad. I mean, I'm so happy and relieved because it took me for the longest time to finish that warehouse, and I guarantee you, if you looked at my oldest videos based on Minecraft, I was barely getting that building structure done. I had to create the whole floor, right? And then I have to, like, basically create the whole set of, like, the buildings by hand, right? So, like, I had to use it by the controller that I have. So whether it's keyboard or the controller, I had to do it by hand. And yes, I could definitely use some codes or whatever, you know, to basically just out of thin air just put it like that. But I feel like if you do it out of your own hands and you get to the point where you actually put in the work and creativity, you're gonna feel more accomplished. For me, it's more like I'm not gonna use cheat codes just for me to get to the next level, you know. It's like me, or no, it's like having an artist writing a song, right? And then it's all AI, and they say, oh, I made that song. No, a robot did. A robot certainly made that song. You did not. You just decided to copy and paste and then submit it and say it's art. No, it is a robot, an AI robot that generated some songs for you, and then all you had to do is just sing the words that it printed out for you. But sorry, my hands are shaking, but it's only because I have my arm in a certain way. So yeah, I'm just saying, like, no, it's 2 completely different things. If you put your mind and your heart into something and you create what's real to you, then you will feel more accomplished and relieved that you made something out of, like, thin air instead of copying and pasting like objects, or writings that you didn't write yourself. Create first. First think about it. Of course, take however long as you want it. You could put more thought to it, until your head is hurting and you have a writer's block, and now you can't think anymore, and now you have to like take a 5 or 10-minute break, or however long that you wanted to take, and not too long to the point where you don't finish anything, but to the point where you can now go back into your mode. You're focused. Now you're locked into something that you like to do. And so it's just one of those things that I cannot stand using cheat codes, unless those cheat codes are like Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that. I mean, I don't care. But to ease your way in, to cheat, I mean, for me, I could give you an example, okay? And trust me, it's not fun. It's not even funny. And it kind of is, but it was because of my big brain thinking that I was learning something, and in reality, I wasn't. So in college, I would basically, if there was an assignment that was too hard for me, I would try to go on Google to search up literally the answers to that very same question that is asking me, and I would just basically copy the answers and then just write them, or putting them into my own words, without having it obviously copyrighted, and for me, that was like the worst mistake that I could ever do to myself, or done to myself, because it's past tense, right? So yes, I have a lot to work on, which is my vocabulary, and just my charisma, which is my speech, and I have a long ways to go with other different things too, but it's just one of those things that I have a problem with. But some people notice that, and some people don't. For me, it's been a constant struggle, but I keep working every single day that I come here to try to express myself the way that I feel like I can. And I love it. I do. I mean, I love talking on my device, which is my phone, and then taking the time, staying in the parking lot and just say whatever, People can come back to this whenever they're feeling bored or whatever. I don't know. It's just one of those things that it's out there, and it's gonna stay there for the end of time, until YouTube, well, I think YouTube is too big to go down. Are you kidding me? I mean, this is like one of the biggest platforms that I think it's still gonna be up to date, for real. I think so. I don't think that it would go down. The same with Google, unless there's some other technology that we don't know yet because it hasn't been released, or other platforms that haven't been come up. But yes, that's what I'm saying. Make another platform that's better than TikTok. I'm sorry, TikTok. I know. I mean, I've said some things in the past, but you're just like my ex. Sorry. I can't deal with so much betrayal, and like, oh my God, like I've done so much, like to protest, and then I had to realize what the United States done, even though it was so wrong because they didn't have evidence to back up their claims against TikTok. They actually gave me, like, and I hope a lot of people, the realization that they've been rotting their brains like scrolling for hours on end, to sunrise to sundown. Like they literally you scroll until you sleep. That is just not life. And some people might say otherwise. For me, it felt like I was an actual zombie in my own brain. So, Lord, it was terrible. It was a terrible time for me to realize that I've completely wasted my time through social media. Just, I mean, of course, I do it sometimes, but not like now. Usually, I have more time to myself than what I was doing on TikTok. But anyways, that's just another conversation. But like I said, make another platform. Maybe it's not gonna be big, but you just never know, because no one really tries anymore. No one really actually put into the effort of things. And for me, I am trying to put in the effort, and I'm trying to like get equipment. And sometimes those equipment though, they cost money, guys. You know, try it yourself and then you'll see what I mean. I mean, if you like, I don't know, gardening, I mean, you're gonna have to have the tools and equipment and a bit of background research on what kind of plants you want to plant, right? And if you have enough space for it. If you want something small, then you grow small, right? But if you want something like a tree or something, you have a big backyard that you feel like you need to have, you know, like there's like enough space for you to plant a tree or something, then do it. Then you understand how much is that gonna cost and what time are you gonna take out of your day, which is a risk, you know. You're gonna risk so many things at one time, right? So you're gonna risk not only just the time, but the money and the effort you're gonna put into it, because it's just one of those things that you're interested in. Like if you're an artist, what kind of art you like doing? Do you like to paint landscaping? Do you like to actual draw out buildings and structures? Or do you like tattooing? You know, there's just things that you gotta figure out what school you need to go to and how you're gonna apply to those schools, those scholarships, or whatever it is. You're gonna figure it out, and then you're gonna have to say, do I want to go all in, or do I want to wait, or at least get some background knowledge to see what I'm trying to get into? For me, I'm just trying to work and chill and trying to figure this YouTube thing out, because that's what I want to do. I mean, I've been through this thing so many times, and this is gonna be it. I'm gonna try to lock in and do better what I did on TikTok. That's like the #1 goal. I mean, yes, I had 3,000 followers. Yes, I could probably get more, but I've just cut ties on TikTok and say, look, like, you did some fishy stuff with the government. That was pretty fishy. And I don't play that. I don't play like pull the cord and then try to put, turn it back on. No, that's just not how it works. You know, not like a biggest platform that the whole country uses. That's insane. For me, I felt like I was like betrayed, because I went to what is it, Red Notes or something like that app. It was supposedly a lot of people went on to that app just because they want to prove a point, saying F you to the government and F you for trying to take off an app that I like to use, and you guys can't tell me nothing because I pay my taxes and I'm a citizen, not a damn robot that you can actually control. And that's one of those things too that I'm like, that's like a lot of serious stuff that that a lot of people can't really talk about, because you know, some are reported missing or an accident happened and no one can explain why that accident happened. It's all over the book, but it's just one of those things that's, you know, some of them are scary to know that you can become a target. And yeah, I mean, I'm okay. I'm just saying, it's just facts. It's facts. If you look at it, you'll see it, and you wonder why a lot of people don't want to talk about certain things. And it can be about anything that a lot of people don't know, yet they get in trouble for it if they do speak out on certain things. So it's a crazy world, you guys. We're not free in a sense, but for me, I mean, I'm okay. It's just those things, those tough subjects that needs to be talked about, but fortunately a lot of people are too scared to talk about it. For me, I'm just gonna relax, go to the gym, and work, save, and do what I gotta do, and just create more videos. That's what I like to do best. I like to create more videos, have ramblings, stuff like this, and yeah, just stay alive and feel alive. Yeah, that's all I want to say, you guys. Thank you for watching, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. That is so cool. Like, I'm almost up to 300 subscribers. Do you know how much that is? I mean, 300 is a whole lot. Even my neighborhood couldn't like have so many people in one area like that. 300 people? I mean, what, like 292, right? And it would have like definitely created a lot of chaos that police would have to be there, you know, because they're wondering what the heck is going on over here. So yeah, I just want to say I do appreciate you guys, and I'm sorry for scaring you a little bit. I'm okay. It's just one of those things, you're kind of self-aware in a way that it creeps people out, but you're not trying to be creepy. You're just saying it like it is, like what it is, and then it just comes and goes, and then you're like fine the next day, or fine the next hour. It's, you know, it just happens. It happens. You know, I've watched a lot of news. I watch a lot of stuff. I've, you know, not consumed, but I love to observe. It's not just the people's behavior, what they say and how they say it. I just would rather it, you know, like, it's, people say that it's smarter to listen than to speak, and it's true. And I guarantee you would know if you become silent one day and you start to listen. So yeah, this is gonna be my outro. Unfortunately, it's, you know, it's that time. I have to go to the gym. It's 9 o'clock, so by the time I get out, it's gonna be late. So yeah, yeah, thank you guys. I really appreciate everything that you are doing. So please, 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 please like and comment and subscribe. And if not, that's okay. You know, as long as you listen to me just for a few minutes, it helps quite a lot. So keep doing what you're doing, guys. Do not give up. There is something. We just don't know what that something is just yet. Alright guys, I'm getting a little hot here in Arizona, so. Alright, bye guys.